Welcome to class, students. Today, we'll be looking at a very important topic titled Debt and Financial Law. Banking and debt financial law encompasses the legal framework covering or governing financial transactions, lending arrangements, and regulatory compliance in the financial sector. Due to its expansive scope, legal practices typically organize this field into specialized areas including acquisition finance, leverage finance, leasing finance, and asset finance. This legal discipline tends to be more collaborative and solution-oriented compared to litigation work and generally less adversarial than merger and acquisition practice. The collaborative nature stems largely from the fact that lenders typically hold greater negotiating power in this relationship. The value of specializing in financial law. Pursuing expertise in banking and finance law offers both professional advancement opportunities and valuable personal financial literacy. Given that financial systems drive global economic activity, this field continues expanding as economics evolve, presenting emerging challenges around cryptocurrency regulation, technology investment structure, and space exploration financing. Core practice areas and legal function: acquisition and leverage finance, asset finance and leasing, general loan financing, banking litigation, financial regulation, real estate finance, trade and export finance, structured finance and securitization, debt capital market. So, acquisition and leverage finance. Legal professionals, the core practice areas and legal functions: acquisition and leverage finance. Legal professionals in this sector manage financing arrangements for complex transactions including leverage buyout, public company takeovers, private acquisition, corporate recapitalizations, and asset purchases. The work involves intricate structuring and sophisticated arrangement between multiple creditors and security holders. These lawyers collaborate closely with mergers and acquisitions attorneys and specialists in taxation and competition law. They provide debt structuring advice to acquiring companies and private equity firms navigating complex financial transactions. Asset finance and leasing. This process involves representing various parties including lessors, financial institutions, lessees, manufacturers, export credit agencies, and equipment operators. Attorneys advise on financial arrangements for individual assets or entire asset portfolios, along with applicable regulatory framework. Lenders typically secure their interest against the financed asset. Common high-value capital assets include aircraft, maritime vessels, telecommunication infrastructure, railway equipment, and power generation facilities. General loan financing. Loan financing attorneys counsel both public and private sector borrowers, as well as financial and industrial organizations. They also represent banks that structure loans, underwriters, and those that participate in lending arrangements for investors. These loan facilities serve diverse purposes, including public takeovers, private acquisitions, asset purchases, business expansion, property development, and general corporate operations. Banking litigation. Banking litigation focuses on resolving financial disputes including mis-selling claims, insider trading proceedings, contractual disagreement, lender enforcement action, and money laundering regulation violations. During regulatory investigation, attorneys may serve as investigators or represent institutions and witnesses. Practitioners regularly handle contentious disciplinary proceedings before financial regulators, advocating against enforcement action or negotiating reduced penalties for clients. Financial regulation. Banking regulation attorneys provide guidance on current and proposed financial legislation in major financial centers like London. This includes European Union Directive, regulatory organization rules, and central bank policies, including capital adequacy requirements. These lawyers must stay current with evolving banking and security laws covering licensing requirements, banking operations, marketing regulations, business conduct standards and securities and mutual fund distribution. Real estate finance combines expertise from banking, property and tax law departments within firms, sometimes requiring input from environmental planning and construction specialists. These attorneys advise financiers, property developers, borrowers, real estate and investment trusts and funds on various property investment and development financing structures. So trade and export finance takes it. Trade and export finance involve organizing pre-export financing for companies in sectors such as oil, gold mining, petroleum, iron, steel mining and copper production. This part also covers power station acquisition, export credits, political and risk insurance, sovereign immunity insurance issues, sanctions and trading contracts. Clients include trade associations, community trading companies and various corporate entities engaged in international commerce. Structured finance and securitization. Structured finance involves combining various debt types with predictable income streams such as mortgages, auto loans and credit card obligations. When then packaging these debts through special purposes vehicles that sell the combined debt as bonds to investors. The underlying debt principals and interest payments are regularly distributed to bondholders, creating investment vehicles backed by diversified debt portfolios. Also have capital market. Debt capital market practice focuses on raising capital through publicly traded debt securities issued to investors who expect full repayment with interest. This work encompasses structuring, documenting and listing both secured and unsecured debt securities, establishing debt insurance programs and managing securities issued under this program. Attorneys represent diverse clients ranging from banks to pharmaceutical companies. Junior lawyers often travel to client offices to conduct due diligence and develop comprehensive understanding of insurance business operations and existing financial arrangements. Core finance and banking law. We have understanding project finance. Project finance involves funding large-scale energy and infrastructure development when loans repayment come from the project generated cash flow rather than borrowers general creditworthiness. This specialized financing method support two primary sectors while the energy project and infrastructure project. The energy projects including renewable energy initiative, water system, oil and gas operations, electricity generation and mining ventures. The infrastructure project encompassing public services such as defence facilities, transportation system, healthcare infrastructure, educational institutions, governmental buildings and telecommunication network. Legal professionals in this field serve diverse clients across both primary and secondary market. In primary market, Attorneys represent procuring authorities, regulatory bodies, binding consortiums, subcontractors, equity investors and various financial institutions. Secondary market work involve advising industry investors on asset transactions while also supporting financial investors with fund formation, portfolio management, acquisitions and disposal, financing arrangements and matters related to public offerings and fund management. Thank you for listening.